B quarter wako on the dismissal of and the revocation of appointment because their names are not on payroll. So the argument now has moved away from post December 7, 2024 appointment to names not on payroll. You know, it's going as far back as August, September, October, November, December, and the moral issues are raising is okay. More can one seven no. So time wa MPP nya kwenya 2016 na 2017 mo form a government or mo take side decisions no na mo so mo wo hin. Okay, so na tie dia ayeko ayenu. What do we do to prevent future such occurrences?
No, I think that the Supreme Court has ruled on some of these cases. I think Domelevo's case. Domelevo, Oma Abanaka say, Kofi, Domelevo at the court. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Domelevo, but some are not Domelevo called retirement. I think that the Supreme Court no has settled matter. Auntie, Omo ba NDC ba Omkase, a man from Kofi no. Enyamede. I mean, enyamede in the sense, say MPP, a NDC, a Jumani ho. Me enya MPP, Ebama Juma or NDC Bama Juma. Me I'm particular about Ghana for Ghana ni. Me oya NDC na MPP time onya Juma ya oya Ghana ni. Oya NDC na MPP tab onya adwuma ya oya Ghana ni. Eti se ba se ka se wo mun kofia. Me were tim wa na tim hamia. It looks like some politicians in this country. MPP or NDC. Ayami say asetra pa no ma were free. And the major idea no ha Ghana for pa no. Me gire se benhu. Omunhu Arano me obi mami aduro the uruta aduro no.
Yeah.
A very good pa. No mo mami bi. Eti me kon ya na mo se oh aduro ya pa o. Special malaria de no. Eti me nimsha nne me hia no ha. Na me hia no a magibi. Me fra no a o de wanya ka ma. Nra okọ VIP. Okodi la mu do hwere mi. Nti wanya ka ma. Na sa asem no ka ma were ho ne say enti se train wo ho a train keteke wo ho a edu ba bi kura magi timi am say both MPP and NDC no ohene bai me so hwe manim ni yima no enti monye ne se baba wo ka sakese bebrebe no se be tuatua ska bi ma ya politicians intini be pese train ba banana. No, I mean that is the conclusion I'm bound to draw. That is the conclusion. Because takura de na me ni obi din ko so lawyer asem na wo kan de ohwe be no kre. O se papa bi wo tipa trucks bi akoba say dusia wo western region. Otwe bauxite. It is a car no. Sa man no sa kasa se train no ba.
On the case.
Sometimes I'm inclined to believe that. Because I just come for no, let's go back to Jerry John Rawlings. Even in the 90s, you who said in today, yeah, Juma. Train call Jerry John Rawlings and Timan revival. I just come for by you who said train free and can I ever Kumasi, Ako Lubo, Ako Aflawo, Ako Domain Crew, Ako Sampa, Ako Tumu, Ako Hamle, Ako Boko. Then Professor Mahama, no. Nana Kufuado, no. Mahama can have Mahama bay. Upa my friend son down home. I'm called that. No, I mean when you are looking at people who help alleviate the poverty of Ghanaians, certainly it can be the NDC. Sabi Kafrache, Maminto Sabi. So when you have a political party like MPP and Timon Matre, you know, and baby idea, and so don't so good. Into Papa Nanko, no idea, drone, Bananko, de Bahana, one man, when Yaka. Train 2023, 2024, 2022 2025 train nya adwuma aba akrachi fo so muni nwurabafo mu kwa brochire da bia aburo adwene ne ntiase so aburo adwene ne ntiase so. Even we've gotten to a stage from Kaduna to Kano, China private company, Airbabe on Nigeria for us. Are you saying in Ghana, your leaders didn't be my private company be my running? I mean, this is a babo cash. I have Media papa no susu de ma na me gidi because
so the Nabi's case.
Nabi's case no. It's a very good case for me. Good case that's why are there class action and Odiako. I am saying sir it's wrong for the NDC government to have done that. Maybe the moral aspect no. Be to the hand yamina tuamuka. Somewhere nyango MPP nko. Na MPP ko. Yamina tuya binumka. I'm not looking at that one. I'm not looking at that one at all. And they for the political arena. But sir, Yabano, that is wrong. Anya kura. We need good leadership. I am saying, sir, we need look. Me obribo me can be and say, if I'm in the helm of affairs in Ghana, now say in future, if I'm going to be in the helm of affairs, things will change because I come here and this mampa in Kurampo. Nanko bi ba beka chem say MPP free so no o ma recruit ni pa bra say abe Ghana for. And some of us will always remember Professor Mills. A good number of us will always remember Ajekum Kofo. Professor Mills, Ajekum Kofo. I'm being very honest. I'm being sincere. I'm not being emotional. I'm not being sentimental. Being frank and honest. It's my candid opinion. Na mampanyini mu ya wati asiye. Abba. At this time of your life. There's this case of Roxanne Nelson Dafiamako versus the Attorney General. Oh, Google check a Supreme Court. I think it's unreported. It will be around 2021. Supreme Court unreported. Now, when this case went to the Supreme Court, the Attorney General raised objections. Say, Nelson Dafiamako went to court because no say Chief of Staff actual letter say DC is or more hold on until somebody appointment for. And Russell was saying, sir, wrong. Now Russell call no. Na me Russell ya adwene. Me Russell ya adwene pa. Anna the Attorney General no. Raise objection sir. Mutu because time case in do sir. Betienu. Now one more appointed substantive DCs MCs. So the Attorney General raised objection said mutu. You can say mutu I just say ne baba no ne ntia kofa sama so no bae no eni hobio. Enti omo ye. Ana the Supreme Court of Ghana speaking to Nene Amekache. So dabi. A very important matter. Na send ye be ya emma bio. Ye be koso ni achire ya adwene. So, it's good. Na na be and send ye be ya. Dachi. Emma bio se MPPO se NDC. Ebinsi bio.
Okay.
And you good.
Now still at the courts. Akotia MP. NS Yakumi.
I got to help you, madam, for no. Unless you are coming, Mechiano. You know, let me be very honest and sincere in my presentation here. My better hand, Manny wa Amanyasimu, Manny wa lawyer, Manny wa Brabum, Ghana had the pabi bribumi pa. Lewin so send the whole country Ghana no. Men I may not into the title, mamma. Any time I make submission and presentation, piano.
You are guided by that.
Yes, I should be guided by Lewin title no. Because my nyere me ho anhwe ne se Lewin bufu. No ka se maaje. Sanim tiate anamboa. One, eti ne make answer without prejudice. Why would you be ano? Mesro, nka se bia aduane sija so ne me yi bi adi. Anana ne gu pono bochi aso ne me twetwa biare. Case na court no. Me no me make no without prejudice me pa court acho. Me pa George acho. Me pa no de call ya acho. Me pa kumi me pa no de call so lawyers acho. Me pa kumi acho. Me pa kumi lawyers so acho. Ene wo making pound acho. Right from the word go. Me program na me woman say. This is Akwatia. Akwatia, the nearest high court is Odan. Another court to Benye Nkoko. So why Kofodia? Ghana Hannibal be crowding in Masu Sao.
That Akwatia.
Odan, there's a high court at
Oda high court to Nkoko high court to Can you fat your markets this with Akwatia to the Bekofodia? What do you suspect?
No, it is not suspicion. But I'm saying, sir, lawyer for
Kumi.
Some men no without prejudice, with them is some assessor a man for the Pavia Martin. Men no. And the very day no the process in 7 minutes, me file motion on notice to set aside. And can raise the question of jurisdiction. Because we will say, the High Court, there is only one High Court.
Yeah.
And because there is only one High Court, the High Court all over in Ghana, one. The original. Meaning, Merezi. And you cannot raise the motion, sir, on new jurisdiction. But you can say, me file motion, the Chief Justice to determine the forum.
Maybe be the assembly.
But me pesa me mischief also no. Was a make sure nyansa no. Make I say any court anyhow. Then my alternatively maybe sir say any jurisdiction. Maybe sir say alternatively young from the Chief Justice. Because I don't see how Akwatia nie Nkoko nie Odan nie Kofodia wa.
You have to travel all
exactly. That is point number one. Let me imagine no. And you come in second my motion on notice to refer the matter to the Chief Justice. There's a 1993 or 94 case which happened in Tama. Kofi Komsen of Chronicle, a publication be. Now, or can be here, Chachu Chikata. Anna Chachu, cost some money war, Tema. Already, so no, not GMPC, some workers, Chachu was that at GMPC. Not GMPC, so as some money, case be war, Accra High Court. And Kofi Komsen's lawyers raised objection. Even Tema and Greater Accra. Tama and Accra, Greater Accra. They raised an objection, and the matter was upheld. Says I the young son of Franco can even in one region. So you have that right. So me and can right from the word go Nukrano and can enter conditional appearance. No matter raise that objection. That is point number one. Point number two, send a missika me pebiacho. Mamuti biamin kasenti obi. Menya too known. Menya papa. At the shall be cry magana make it micro mediano. Bicra mati. 2 cases come to my mind. One, the Republic versus High Court. S party Collins Dauda. 209-2010 Supreme Court of Ghana. The Republic versus High Court. Sunyane. S party Collins Dauda. Now lawyers now Nkrabia a father for Boache. And then Samuel Kujo for Nkrabia Ifadate. And they went to the Supreme Court. Eban is saying, Beto abawie, you know, Omoto abawie, you know. Na ye nyan gazette. Inti, so the decisions in the Nyimakan case, and the decisions in the decision in Nyimakan's case, and the decision in Hawa Yakubu's case, the two decisions, no bachelor will say gazetteer, na Emma Utimi commence action. So in the Collins Dauda case, no Munyan gazetteer. Ana Nkrabia Fadate, Kosamanma Boache, High Court, Sunyane. And the matter came before the late Justice Opoku. And he made certain orders. So Samokujo came. He filed an application at the Supreme Court. Certiorari and prohibition. Certiorari to quash the entire process. Prohibition to prohibit the court and the judge. And our called Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court of Ghana, speaking through Atukuba JSC, Ajitu Muse, and the Quran say, Adiananka say informal Kumi lawyer Muse, say, young gazetteer, you cannot maintain an action. Another case, the Republic versus High Court, Kofodia. As party Dr. Kofi Asare. Dr. Kofi Asare, interested party, Baba Jama. Interested party, Baba Jama. Scenario no see Sunyano. Almost the same scenario no see Kofodia. But this time, no, interested party no na owo interested party no hanana Boache at the Supreme Court. Boache was the petitioner at the High Court, or the plaintiff at the High Court. Sana Baba Jama so had no Kofodia no Baba Jama na the call now against Kofi Asare. And also no MPP phone call. And look at the decision, the facts in those two cases, the decisions in the two cases, and it will tell you, sir, perhaps in our cases, you know, say Bengazate ya 99.99% untiminko record to them. Yes. So I am surprised also that issue, no, and so by
more activated that window.
Exactly. Why would I make it on? So mama forum.
Yeah.
Other nine or the other nine cocoa. In fact, once again, without prejudice, Miss Romo, a tier for being fancham, Momo fancham, men casa minim borso, and I minim cramida minim, kama mechramagane, kama mechramagane. I have cited another umpre. So my substitute service. Now, me, yeah, and now somebody thinks, another umpre case, you know. There's a high court in Sawam, Hanamboa. High court one Sawam, another umpre, and Sawam Madwajiri. And Sawam Madwajiri, Anameboa.
Yeah.
So why Kofodia? You know, that is my personal opinion. Now, another personal, can we apply the principles or more canvas or as party Collins Dauda and as party Kofi Asare? Then the bench warrant, as for that one, let me be very honest and fair to the judge. Because minkita ayinu facts nyina full facts no. Enti minkita full facts no. Mentimi make comment bia na me make comment bia
until
sa meka menka sa ntia judge no. Dabi nyame mpangu. Menka sa ntia the judicial system. Dabi nyame mpangu. Menka sa ntia edeskumi ene na lawyers nyame mpangu. Menka sa ntia krache no de edeskumi ko ene na lawyers nyame mpangu. Dabi. But we presume. Say and say the presumption of regularity. Say ababe we are judge na issue bench warrant. Ye fa na say ne kwan so abi bia kotin. But then another aspect of the law is say Akwatia MP no Kumi the lawyers are filing appeal and then stay of execution or implementation of those orders. Mramu ekrese. Hona me de mra eba beye. Mramu ekrese mram ne ekre ne se. Eti se wabubo roba. Na roba no obubo e wagya ato ho. Wagya ato abo nse no roba no eba ba. But so obubo roba to na de nse kurase for de ka no roba. Obubo roba no to no de bo to so a. Bo amu edura. Roba no ntimu ma ba.
Yeah.
Nti so file appeal no file stay no a. E kire se wachichere orders no. Orders na judge ne ye no. Wachichere orders no. Ati say wo de plus tata the kramana no. Ontimu nka. So in fairness to the court, in fairness to the judge, in fairness to the judicial system, in fairness to Kumi and his lawyers, in fairness to Nyodoko and his lawyers, say ya baby I want to say Bibisa say bia na no briboy. Very wa file why appeal, why stay a say. Let yet answer say orders na judge and the man, but church orders na good. So that these are then coming back to this ex-party Collins Dauda, ex-party Kofi Asare. There's a very important case for us as lawyers and as practitioners. The Republic versus High Court, ex-party Kennedy Ohine Japan. The Republic versus High Court, ex-party Kennedy Ohine Japan. This was the case, Kennedy Nini Ohine no na nipa bebre hu nipa koro. Kennedy Japan. Kennedy Japan echo court no before his lordship justice Wuntalia na Wuntani. Ena judge ne ye say Obama doctor no or my doctor no buy. Ebeka say doctor wona wo de nkrata bi ma Kennedy Japan na doctor ansia no se oyare. Na at the time a doctor no echo court no. Kennedy Japan no ni ho. What you say? So, in law, we have something known as procedural irregularities. And procedural irregularities, say you're committed by the High Court. You can go to the Supreme Court. Now, the Republic versus High Court, as particularly the Ohine Japan. Now, when they went to the Supreme Court, I'm correct. I'm calling the JSC. Kulendi JSC. Nensam no kan yem. Wow Canada no kureni ruling with the ede. Ruling no ede. Wahiniba ruling no ede. He say ya say watcho bank kwani ede. When a lawyer says the ruling with the ede, utim say usua bibi frim pa. The person obia oye lawyer. Obia person osuan law. Obia na niji law ho. Obia wati compare the Republic versus High Court, ex-party Kennedy Ohine Japan. And Kennedy Ohine Japan was represented by Kwame Jan. Kwame Jan and others. And state was represented by, I think, Godfrey Dame or the deputy, So that one also will help you to know, say, na eba sakura no Akwatia de yakumi ara na manko looking at the three cases Supreme Court cases here makan ex-party Collins Dauda, ex-party Kofi Asare, then ex-party Kennedy Ohine Japan. So stay no me be wie stay no so ba file appeal ne ba file stay no sanya be kama ye nyina ayeti dia as a lawyer be something na kire say stay no ba chichere bench warrant no ba chichere bench warrant na gu no ho.
Okay.
Nti bench warrant ni ye nipa
can't activate it.
Ba chichere eti no na jo no me kan se bere Akwatia MP okasa no NDC MPs no omo block no mete ya me wira ho pa na eba ni se no ba block no ana ne ba nim se wa file we no ana se ba nim a ene wo mfa bi so ko serve the Speaker of Parliament. So what I say maybe me the Kasimu the NDC MPs felt say de na ambia na benim say wa file ya pb no wa file anameboa nti ebia sentine be yes ano ebia sentine be yes ano etina bisa na akwati.
Well, want to me 101.3 want to me TV. This is the state of Ghana. Lawyer Nana Obri Bwahi and Anope Medino SC Nkunye. The fight against Galamsey.
The fight against Galamsey.
Fight against Galamsey and the desire for the state to burn excavators in the fight.
Remember, say man way. I'll be not catching up and say.
Okay, there. Some government appointees.
I can see it.
Yeah. And then the then opposition and this so a car say excavator and the SSNO and the engine from assemblies, no. Now, why can be.
Madam,
and then NDC comes to power, and then within a month, they go much bear 40.
Month, I drew month.
I'm a man to be war. This thing you want to be a whole demonstration, you know. Just say, Lands and Natural Resources Minister say, your forest
me on the top of it. I didn't care. I said, I am Colombia.
9 illegal miners that take you over. A tio, a giant, a kuma, so piao,
Ghana,
Sekai, Buffo, Hammer, I crowd, Forest Commission, rapid response, you know, and to me, Forest Moon Costa, Galamseno. A general baby, I don't know, Yapaya, say, Omaja was into a moon for Muncoso.
I be before pa, on the bank catcher, say, Michelle Yankopono, and son of Bobby Amatem.
I was saddened when I heard the Lands and Natural Resources Minister.
Let me say, Yankopon Baka says, oh, Yami, oh, baby, I'm your Briboyatem. Mammy Bissasem. Yami Baka says, Yami. Until some politicians in Africa, Beshuban and Benian. Ono Bob Sana, said Bromana, and I'm a fan of her. What that sorry, now what is say on that. President Mahama NDC government yashi excavator ba kokora nanka SSNka sabi onu maduru because in some man for including my old friend me that be ameka madam for pa Sami Jamfi madam for pa Otuko Nobuama madam for pa teacher Kwaku Bwahi
Eduji Tamakronum.
Me that you cry my lawyer on your zippy from cry. Eduji Tamakro. Now, and this Yaba power near she excavator Bakumpo. The summer baby Babaka. Am I daydreaming? Mention Diana, mention Daye. Daye been a mention. So be shamin come. Say NDC baba power na NDC baba power na be share excavator baako a kamaga so ye nkonshem ni tro ni pa NDC in power and ya share excavator na ye kan ya edru be aduanan mate say nana ya janto akache so oni regional minister ama wo mo kokko se be nyi be niam nyina NDC then coming back to Kofi Amaboa. My own friend Kofi Amaboa. What's he saying? Quiet no there.
GSM because a truly idea kura illegal miners.
You know when Amaboa
was taken over 9 forests.
When Amaboa was appointed, so because mommy oh Amaboa yeah because of free.
Habaimu
ehono
agudie ni tu nikoso.
No ekoso pa. Wa ma me afore. But you know that is African politicians and some African politicians and African intellectuals for you. Sabi kafrache sabi anyadu. Mesra meka tu di ba. Kase obejai ba sima na oye no. No wa ware no wa ye word na. Jinidi sene some African politicians. Tu ni ba. Asa ba sima na oye dwumade na oye no. O jai no wa ware no wa ye wedding. Jinudi say e possible in some African politicians. Because you see, it won't mean just a bayo to say that so say NDC aba na NDC Minister for Lands and Forestry. Ebeka say kwaye sabu jina pon e kan sa asem we ya. And can me gidi say NDC for be ye crowd say he should be impeached. And when I read Spiti say we free Kofi Amabua ho no, me say what? Kofi Amabua. Wa kan so. Enti kwaye no nkron de eko. And my research has shown that you call Western region and Western North, about 98% of the NDC constituency chairman are all in mining.
So what's the NC? Traditional authorities in Indian.
Oh, and yeah, MP no dear.
MP no.
Omucha Jana. And I want to Minipa no Kofi there. And no Kofi so NDC constituency chairman.
Yeah.
And I'm handling a case against a no Kofi. I will take High Court. I'm handling a case. No, you see, sometimes media everybody me bond this for na baso. Why? And na Ghana no baby a yaduru no. Sika kwakwa na wa asase no. Ene ne yede ye bibia. Enti no, say me if I'm a chairman of the New Patriotic Party, and anka MPP wo power, anka I will liaise with the Minerals Commission and the Minister for Lands and Forestry to make sure say MPP chairman bia wa Ashanti region, Ahafo, Bono region, Western region,
Eastern.
Western North, Eastern. Yabe man, we will regularize it for him to get him a site to do mining. Because yeah, whether you like it or not, mining has come to stay. Martina Fide we swaka. MPP for time come say mining no me obribo ahede. Me hunia ekoso mining no a.
You can't stop it.
We MPP no ka say wo ube twam ni nyina ntinto ameka say oboa. We NDC ni ameka say oboa. And people felt I was not being honest. And never when you see. And then with this pronouncement by Kofi Buai, when you see. Because
and then Saturday, I think Thursday or so, and then there was an operation team. Omuvra atwamamponua eho no me won kwa omufa machines about 30
nyina ho
adobe ra honom no
say minim ho nyane na we former minister for sports
yeah no constituency no
so no
omufa about 30 machines
excavators
now
onim se be say
ti say one constituency na one day so yafa excavators 30 there's a adwuma no
be na atwemienu ni ufri kumase konkran ekosunwa uduru nsuta amanani mo ba bia pompro no ya onsa be nkum
yes
ko hwe susuro say obi otiem bia pa nko hwe
enti #stop galamsey for no mo way
they are being mischievous. They were being economical with the truth.
Closer for Association.
Because even those of us in private practice as lawyers, no, your clients know me, your mind, no. What about how maybe my team says? Asaba.
It Ghana Association for no year. Stop Galamsey #.
Let them confess. Lawyer ni bia our private practice. And down for your mind na bia na asampa na mkatwa hino ametia na meka. Sa wo client no be srawa. Otima wo sere. Wo sere.
No compare man say na djuma nkoso.
I'm umpire say nan there. Because mine in India it has come to stay. Say ya po yampo. Me da bia da wura me boni say. Yamma obia krata. Me ye no. Ma obia krata.
Why they suggested to President Mahama say onyusu Dr. Baumia's approach or cars where they be fighting illegal mining. I think one of our
because
the last week, yeah.
Madam Fubi or your mining, your friend 80. Ata she au cry 80. And now them person me you. Oh, Nana. Yeah, where there? Papa.
When shall you cry?
When shall we cry? 4,000.
And no crown of 5,000.
Me say 80 ata. Oh, how's here? Oh, money. Ata mining. Ata so NDC ni kase pa o. NDC ni kase pa a financier of NDC. A financier of NDC. And so that measure and so they on five some don't some NDC and people before I am namfo. Eti where they me call you now. Oh nana ye. I am saying it and I'm repeating it. Kofi Amabue. Same obribo na me new opportunity in say what. And Kamedia, I'll make sure that I'll bring all of them together. Insist that you regularize it. Ukoma Okobin Western region NDC panini Oman lines are me obriboahe wunti ye. Because abasa many Okobin kosia, Mr. Okobin unim se me ye case etiao. And so me here. Okobin be mam bibi. Anoko fi be mam bibi. The truth of the matter is that whether NDC or MPP are your copying or Buenipa, whether NDC or MPP are no coffee or Buenipa, whether AT or ATA, NDC or Munina NDC for, but Buenipa, but Manipa Bebrenia.
The minister say obe for me water guards.
Onimyoka.
Minister, what convert Yama, what Shakwa Bafaso obe fighting Galamsea. What is our strategy way bano?
Look, the MPP formation of community mining no no ye a dropa. Because when we are talking of community mining, Oti menya concession me mami asase e wa bronye menya concession na regularizing bibia me edusha me koye adwuma no a me di abronye fo no ana ebe ye adwuma no utie so di abronye fo na ye adwuma no a se betuha na se be se be nsu a ohene ba wo mantu so nim sa so mkotuha na be se wo nsu a oji so mbetu Entina minister no come say minister you are joking. Rely extensively on community mining. Mama krom hafo no enye krom hafo no adujama madujama fonye butre fonye poku krom ma poku fo krom nye ma obia krobia wo monyan krata no ma wo mo enne koko ni ho koko na ho odena abafom koko na ho odena abafom eti sem wo bonsu kwata kwa suo ana sem wo jansen koko na se koko no 1 acre obi akwakoye ne license haba ya man on license to operate no so beto 1 acre 40,000 which is 400 million me de be man. We need to be honest and sincere to ourselves. More especially, we've been disappointed about our own leaders. Whether MPP or NDC, our leaders have disappointed us in terms of this mining issue. Or anybody in America?
Tell me, Nana.
Ghana, a Cardinal 10%, a New Montois 10%, a Anglo Goda 10%. And I'm a boy. I'm hugely disappointed in some of our intellectuals and politicians. Now, if you go to Mali, if you go to Mali, 2024 year, the military junta in Mali, they say, even in Mali, no one 20%. No. The military junta no, Mali, they say 35%. Yeah, 35% in Mali. And therefore I agreed.
In the mining companies. Agreed.
They have agreed. The last one was Barrick. Barrick nana. Or you say na Barrick no mo general manager no. Or Senegalese. Most of their top men no mo Guineans and Senegalese. No mo ya na so ya for no. Na say wo mo de helicopter kwesisi o say owura. Munya idia rentiasia. Now Barrick has agreed. So all the mining companies in Mali are now paying 35%, while the mining companies are paying 10% in Ghana. Ghana paying for Ghana crash for MPPO, NDCO, more the Ghana and Shammo. Ghana crash for Ghana paying for NDCO, MPPO, more the Ghana and Shammo. You are only taking 10%. One Mali is taking 35%. Now, gold issue at yet to say, you know, mining has been going on in Ghana for more than 150 years.
150.
Exactly, mining. Meanwhile, in Guinea, in Mali, mining is 30 years, only 30 years. And as I say, no, about that, say, San Sahara, no, Kura desert, no. Chicago called Tim Hopo, into Ghana house, a Tim Hopo. Now what you mean can't come some mobile fulcrum quasi a bronya timami and comfort tricosia? No, Chicago or what? Ah, men go by day. Now, maintain him where she continue to be a hero of food and fetchers of water. Abramiko Yosua, Abramiko was a crupon, Abramiko Japa, Abramiko Bordia, Abramiko Sankregua, Kosha done fair and never sees.
Right now, African leaders, young former ram mining and Semiemu, that the military junta in Mali, Ometimaye,
yeah,
mining companies not Jatu. So why has other countries failed to do?
We are no bisa nanado and sena obekono. Na ba military junta in Mali, omdi do 35. No was na bisa John Mahama. John Mahama, I say a military junta no about 35. Ghana should be 10%. Intimuswe. John Don, I say my heart aches. Me will a team who say maybe Africans. Me will a team who power. Say your leaders in a D and Shamo. So what that's sorry now these African leaders are called Addis Ababa. No more kind of reparation. Say Abrofono in Quatono, Abatoni, Panbenfasi camera. Merana, when I'm paying for Abeko. They're quite better than I can be so sad. Diana, Nas, and it Benin. But why reparation? Slave trade was abolished in 1807. Slavery was abolished in 1833. There was no country known as Ghana. There was no country known as Nigeria. There was no country known as Cote d'Ivoire. What I say? There was no country known as Burkina Faso. So slaves now by the Bakwano, some mpo. Better by the reparation by country by. Oh, but what man say? Slaves in any free country and every free country. What in amateur say? Two. Maybe they don't have enough tutorials on slavery and slave trade. And yet, British government, you know, Emma Umbeto, you a company should be. Now that even after the abolition of slave trade, you know, man, you know, create to tear Sika Edema those companies, you know. Oh, Sikako, Ghana has Sikako emotion. None want it to two for say a crupon on the man inside. The two for the man inside a crupon, Binuma Aquacofa. So it means that gold,
baby,
yeah. It is just that our leaders refusing to act proactively. Banki Kabahon, Niabanya Dinti, Niabanya Nomunti. Nyebenya yanti na ama nipa na hewers of food and fetchers of water.
Well,
so you see when people talk about it, and God no there. Opo amaboy. Mama disappointed. You disappointed the whole lot.
Na enye ye na mo disappointed because I remember your campaign in around to 2024 elections now. Dr. Baumia, how he was going to solve this problem Okamubiati hashtag stop that I'm saying for year and
Professor John
almost see feasible and then some lady say John Mahama should use Dr. Baumia's approach. And you know him say no be ya I want can Ghana for say how can you bet my first wako then
no you see with due respect and with all humility if you read a lot about the slave trade era no sabi kafrache na as with due respect, handling the African society, no, sabi, enye dene. She niyama bebre enye dene.
Well,
so you see, Dr. Bawumia no nipa na empathie. After the mining sector, ya catch omo say oye mining galamsey. Ya catch say MPP ba. MPP ombe gem excavators, MPP show excavator. Anya sa ya ba. Ya de wo betu ba bibia. Until the man would organize supporters to vote against MPP. But womo ba power na no ade. What we say nyina hini ho nyina o ma hwehwe excavators.
Oh.
So that is the problem. And I'm saying that, look, I want all Ghanaians to rally behind me, Obribwahe. Because me call and say, so NDC new, NDC and no curfew, NDC Okomayon. He's in the mining sector. So make sure we regularize it and you employ a lot of people. Or your NDC at you. So your MPP ni now Chairman to me, he's in the mining sector. Encourage him. Make sure that you regularize exactly because obi anya adwuma ya anya MPP na NDC amana na bekonan
minimara Professor Okoye committee no akọ manim
Professor Okoye committee no men call nanim na yi na mate say hosina doye na mate say wa intercept Apobi from Ashanti region, but you know I was wondering myself say na adentini binim ba ba hu wi ase ohene ba. Oh, Asampao, man.
You're going to be home.
You were a member of the MPP. Anyasa. And you broke away and joined Fanfanto. Obi kasetiao. Obi an kasetiao. Na akoy. Na amokoto aba. Na MPP elusu na Fanfanto so enya. MPP no reasons are Emma MPP co-position. Sometimes you don't even need to set up a committee. You don't need to set up a committee. Sunyani is Sunyani West. Because she a businessman be. Ogacha say lawyer. Now him say sit him you know in NDC for budget. Number there there nanka say mo some parliamentary candidates. Mam say no. Ye to aba. Ye corporate.
No marine.
No marine. As you mo di ache. That was what he told me. There's a successful businessman be a friend of Sam Bennett.
Yeah, Sam Bennett.
Yeah, Ninya Baba Grace. Meka say, hey lawyer, na see him you know where the modi acho. NDC befa. Nam say Grace had there be Muko primary NDC befa. These are some of the reasons. You cannot blame those who stood on the ticket of the MPP. Why? Because we went for
an election
primaries.
And they won.
But I don't know. Wamuka nipa na nyina Grace kaya a businessman ke nipa bebre nim. A lot of people nim. I don't know just kwena ye fa so koye primaries no. Enye
problematic.
Very good. So Michael I hope that say wa intercept here. They are the no intercept. Because
at the end obi
anim obvious.
Enye suma sembi.
Me tra akada bia se manfa sojafo ma mehwe abato no so a MPP sabesi from about 10 constituencies in Accra.
From the
Patapa. 10 constituencies. Accra mponi. Na baby a lot of places you have more than about 50 to 60 to 70 constituencies Patapa. Meka no. Enya Techiman South.
Yeah.
Martina J. Kosa. Not in a modern one or the Kokotoa. Second Swift. When in 2020 a similar incident happened. Remember Traka as a month for soldier Frank 2 minutes before Monsano. Where's the information we are intercepted? Why is he now? This is a dominant France. He's a friend. He will continue to be a friend. But I think that he should tread cautiously. What I say. Amanyosam na yeye na manyoku a yeye ko ni nyina no ebinim da asem bi baba da bio anaze wa hunam che so ojiri so Monday me the fella bibre baba my intercept here was it no house na doye na wo moto abawia no nam airport so obi antu kwa no anana nyo no anyo no
ono
what has happened?
Nana, may I say, next week, you will say, me kwa Achumangwa Biajanov.
Achumangwa Biaja, I know.
Barakese, Fufu.
It's a very big constituency.
Yes.
It's a very big.
Honorable Frank Yabua.
I don't know.
Ono Abedi Honorable Benito.
Because a constituency no soon.
Nezana na wonim eno so BDM.
Oh, just why are there? Because one. Sir, me fa na utra me oma MPP fire bridge no kama no.
So fulai.
No, not so fulai. Open so call
atafo ahonum no. Ufa obisa omo a ego adwuma adankwame.
Asufua adankwame. Na kwa ebe pie sunyankwan so a.
Yeah.
And no, look, we are not being fair in this country. Why? Because Oko constituencies in India. Kwadaswa e kumasi kromukwa. Inshaye so e kumasi kromukwa. But when you say no, the maba akufa o manbre. Obebre, and you know the resources are oh here. And then when his party is not in power, how can he run the place? So that explains why I just say, won't even can carry me say, no, no, Ebese du Jamano. Gold deposit be no. You cannot tell me that. Because me knowledge am what Ghana have. Gold deposit. So the MPP na say can fasting. No what pe constituency executives no omohia. When MPP was in power. Mumpo, Mumfa application Communals Commission. Mumfa Minister no was sign.
You regularizing.
You regularizing.
Munye ye proper.
Munye ye. Edro was say ye beto aba. Na ho nkyere no. Ne ho nkyere no. Look, and this ahun adene na nyina afisau. And this from go to Western North, go to Western region. 99.99% of the NDC constituency executives are all in the mining industry.
They are resourceful.
And they are resourceful. To the extent that Metisa Binum Kura Western region no Western North no. Omana they call Bono East. Some of them are doctors of constituencies in the Bono East. Mining for the woman was go. We don't have mining for they are filthy rich. And to only 5 million Ghana cedis, which is 50 billion, one person. Now I regular man on farmer way, and yan campaign. Obenya. Na enkano. Na ma we so ahodene. So MPP having been in power for 8 years. And Kenya ni say ye be say ye program ye sika free nkan na eba. Sika free Kumasi. Constituencies in Bia. I am saying that even when you go to Bole Bamboy and the gold deposits there, so Ukwatinga, Ukoba Nankwanta, Korea mining going on briskly over there. Wow. So we need people who are smart and people who would think in future of the future of our party.
Omunti.
Benti. Ah, you okay? Honorable.
Honorable Frank Yabua Kwaba. My microphone, mama. Na, if you to say, Parliament, so to say. So those who own the sanity.
Oh,
the all right. But Honorable Frank Yabua in Parliament. Na,
a member for Achoma Wabiaja North to read similar statement. A member for Achoma Wabiaja North to read similar statement on Mother Language Day. Yes, honorable member, you have the floor now.
Thank you. Right, honorable Speaker. Thank you for the opportunity to contribute to this important discussion on the occasion of the International Mother Language Day. This day, observed globally on February 21st, serves as a reminder of the urgent need to preserve and promote linguistic diversity. In Ghana, where we are blessed with over 80 indigenous languages, this occasion presents an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to safeguarding our linguistic heritage for future generations. Mr. Speaker, language is not merely a tool for communication. It is the foundation of culture, identity, and historical continuity. Our indigenous languages carry the wisdom, traditions, and world views of our ancestors, shaping our understanding of ourselves and our communities. Yet, according to Ghana Statistical Services in 2023, many of these languages are under threat of extinction due to the pressures of urbanization, globalization, and the increasing dominance of English language in education and media. Right Honorable Speaker, according to UNESCO's Atlas of the World's Languages in Danger 2021, Ghanaian languages are classified as endangered, with a declining number of native speakers. Many young Ghanaians today struggle to communicate fluently in their mother tongues due to lack of formal education in these languages and the growing preference for English language in social and professional settings. This trend, if left unchecked, could result in the extinction of some of our rich languages. Mr. Speaker, Ghana's language in education policy has seen frequent shifts over the years. The current policy mandates the use of local languages as a medium of instruction from kindergarten to primary 3 before transitioning to English language. However, its implementation has been inconsistent, partly due to the limited availability of learning materials and trained teachers proficient enough in indigenous languages. Right Honorable Speaker, the Bureau of Ghana Languages, BGL, established in 1951, has played a pivotal role in promoting and preserving Ghanaian languages through publications, translations, and language development programs. However, the Bureau faces significant challenges, including understaffing, inadequate funding, and lack of modern technological resources. If we, as representatives of the people, are serious about preserving our indigenous languages, these institutions must be adequately resourced to fulfill challenges, including understaffing, inadequate funding, and lack of modern technological resources. If we, as representatives of the people, are serious about preserving our indigenous languages, these institutions must be adequately resourced to fulfill its mandate effectively. Mr. Speaker, beyond government efforts, the role of community engagement, digital technology, and media cannot be overlooked. Promoting indigenous languages on radio, television, and social media platforms can help sustain their relevance among young people. Additionally, initiatives such as oral history documentation, digital dictionaries, and language learning applications must be encouraged to bridge the intergenerational linguistic gap. Right Honorable Speaker, I urge this House to support the government to 1. Strengthen the Bureau of Ghana Languages by increasing funding and technical support for its language development programs. Number 2, ensure full implementation of the language and education policy by investing in teaching materials and training teachers in indigenous languages. Number 3, encourage the integration of indigenous languages in technology and media, ensuring they remain relevant in the digital age. 4, promote community-led language preservation programs, including storytelling, oral history documentation, and intergenerational language transition initiatives. Right Honorable Speaker, we cannot afford to lose our indigenous languages, for in them lies the heart and soul of our identity as Ghanaians. Let us act now to protect and promote them, ensuring that future generations inherit not just the words, but the history, values, and wisdom they carry. Right, Honourable Speaker, I thank you once again for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, we have.
Now what's it say?
Yo, but that's it. Enra. 21st of February.
Yeah.
Na ye International Mother Language Day. Na se be here say you come for talk about my Amiako Parliament no. You be so my name na ya kasa ya come adwene. Ti na say me statement. Na ya ma Ghana for nyina ati asese. Your languages, your mother tongue no. Twi Asante twi ever any any languages a bono ne ma ne ma nya no. Languages a boy a boy and kwada no omunyini a ti na wase hwe ni na ehye kana na se de be ya yeso mo refi krom hena be ya oyira obujabo ase na culture no ene wisdom na carry no aboye amayetimi e de ayajuma nti eno ho na medical parliament and kan statement a se enkofu bebrebe enso comment also no ti largely no na me kyerɛ sɛ yɛmmoa na
Yɛne ayɛ kasa no.
yɛkasa no yɛnhyɛ mu kana ne yɛnsua ne yie ne ma ne yɛmfa ntete wɔ mu ɛbɛyɛ wɔn asɛ wobɛkɔ bi fie wobɛkɔ adamfo bi fie na ne ba wɔ fie Kumasi abɔnten so a anasante mɛm ha akora no mpo ɔnte twi ɔntimi ka twi kasa na ɛbɛdɛ na akora no sɛbi na sante sɛ no bɛdɔ atumi afa no serious onim obeti baby for ya de omutin de kire omu man ba se ye Ghana ha no etwi kasa no aye bibi se o ka twi kasa no bebre ba se sebe on kan pa ho won kan bro no fluently a ye nim se sebe se wa dwen wo fo se
second class
ibisa enye se basa so ho no enti na ya ni bresem a se media fo nya wo de ho jim na mo boa na ye kasa no se de ba be hye adesuan no ma bi go tie me kasa no mu ya. They say from kindergarten to private 3 no. Na asana what me what transition to English language. But you need resources no. You need teachers are more proficient enough to teach the local languages no. They are buying more na Ghana education service no mo jam curriculum ni. Them the past me kasa we no. Education minister Yura Haruna Isusi. We kasa ya eno so kasa kama I just say what asa me kan na yo nyina obi a concern. Se kwan be fa so aban be boa na institutions e boa ma sa no ye no ye be hye mu kena na ya boa na ya resource so mu adequately to champion the cause even say ye be ho
Ma was the first time I see when you bre at the plenary bibi e koso bi more contribute more make statement when I know what so I also heard you on the World Cancer Day say and also kan ho asem
and also yes and also na the American United titi cancer ya de a etete ba na oba ye ma Ghana mu a emma cancer etete mu ye common enim no cervical cancer and breast cancer then no nyakopa adom ene national health insurance akoba because e cover say so ba bi nya breast cancer and cervical cancer e ho ka no aban betua and the national health insurance scheme enche bia na yero kufa san me ho kwan se yen san cover the effe 4 main childhood cancers no eno so ti am no ka se eno so sa 4 ni no national health insurance scheme e cover
okay
na masem ne se chokonkon me ta se papa no father is the head of the family now the ba physical world so papa foi na akodi birthday di pa e be hwe abusuan omo de yare a ye komo a ekum mema bebrebe eye prostate cancer that prostate cancer dey and the aban na near so national health insurance scheme no unya prostate cancer ye nhwo wa na aba ko pe o treatment na nyankopon ba na wiska na ho ato uni san so a so bewu a no member busu afọ kra bi nwe kra be mi no as a result of prostate cancer then ma sem nya na say mema na omoboa ama ya hwe fie ni ahwe ye no ne ye ma no ni aboa magana economy no so afa no tuma perfra no ye be sere se ye nso ye mfa ye yare ye prostate cancer no emeka national health insurance scheme benefit package no na se be ma bi nya problem na treatment ho ama no ɛno no on tran fie nche skanti na ma nipa wo yare na sɛ on course but dey ntia uni skanti wana sɛbe o tv ase na sɛ sika hye ne botoma but me da ho e ma sada but sika ne ho odin eni sɛ mini sika me nkwa yɛ hospital we go be charge me nya sika ntua by any free dia any at least detection no e be screening obeko screening ya dade nya ne yɛ ma saa anti yare no enko draw bebrebe sɛ ncho nche ni antinya ano drama na bibia yɛ bɔkɔ nti na asɛm no by and large they didn't hear na maka on the work cancer
as a why you used to the parliamentary business no entem ana
say penny for so futi as temburu so anu anibre ana nse se owo baabi na se oba pa wo ho o ma ma wo ho a utumi ode ohuno se koyi o ma me nye papa na president mama na president ono so onye mibusuani and as onye me ka dem busuani a onye president of
like a party
ni party ni enti se wan kasa no wan fa na se ono maame ana se ono kura
eneti
o papa o maame kura na tie o papa yira akwa no bi na na tie na hwe se nyomu nya na betitu bad anyway but largely no ono maame o papa eretia ana se one o maame kura tia treatment no enti se ono maame ankasa tie enti sa no wan show sapo mu nsuo no wan show ho den na ka se obefa na se ono maame ankasa na tie a oni beba ho so na che se oni manya ase enti ye ko ye hu se ye nye papa na ye presidency si a ye ne ye fa se ye ne ihe maame kwa na tie te sai enti no se ye ne kakra na de o se esua bi esua na tentem na ye hwe ho so yie na asemi ameto ye enti na hu se ye nya bra ye ne sa enti sanity.
Sometimes the happenings in parliament yani watching the fun say because of the NDC's numbers I said there is an attempt to bully you the minority and I or you also see say yes omunya bibia say but and as a standing orders no will not permit them
they tell you say baby abeku bia no emrada ho yes say omunya numbers no omanga some 182 and independent MPs no omuye 4 kwambe plus ne Asante Atum Central ne penofo aka no de akoka ho say business be bia no be support NDC4 no problem the omun no so krampo no at least 186 so enti naturally feel say numbers
can have their way
but emraso dey you stand orders clear baby aye bia so you stand orders na say chokonkron a Kristo ni chokonkron ana say kremoni Quran Quran mo bibia che wo do be bia abaso live life ye asum nyame ye na so nyame ani dia uye kremoni a Quran da wo ma uye Kristo ni so chokonkron e da wo na say Bible da wo ma enti ombe attempt o make but ye mo kwan o hwe emre bi ze o te ya na dia na eya kakra na say public na hu de ekoso a ya na eya akoye say ye mpese aban no ebe adwuma nanso o hwe Era Mahama wode na yi ba o yi ni ministers ba ya emra na kire say Era Mahama yi ni ministers say president you ministers na wo de listen beba aba speaker ho na speaker at the aba parliament floor no obekan a no a kire say Era Mahama say president at the list we aba say appointing the ministers enti or refer am house no na refer am appointment committee the every friend betting committee no na akoyom betting na to man no bi na se bibia ya kama the report am house no na ajomatum na Era Mahama aso in ode krata no buy no because minority yen pese because ukobe first na ukobe bia ukọ organization bia yes ye dia ba se intuaka ye da ba se entowe ye da ba se nyewe na se ma omanu mu yeden saade ya yen pese e be ma omanu mu ade amaye manfo ne say nti no speaker ye da ba se ye ma na kire se Era Mahama de list of ministers ba Fabra house wa ne nyina yen hwe ne refer ma appointment committee ye ma sa kwan you will be a right na ma say Era Mahama de ba emfa ma house wa fama appointment committee straight
away
no man koye vetting na nya tentem afi go so say publish for about 2 weeks na obi wa se bi obeka fa nipa no obeka Ninya fast track is a process when you na ama Ira Mahama utim for me o cabinet afọ mo government nya cabinet afọ me ukra no asem ho eno mpo de e beja to da foforo wo say 30th September 2024 o promise say you to abama na ba be president ya o cabinet will make sure say nipa 19 no anya hwe no at least over 30% a omo ma na ya ka say o fa nipa 2 pe gender minister na momo ranam so okoye we late no onam so no na trade minister be ma me Elizabeth Ofusu ejare me nu pe na 30% of 19 enya 2 wanya cross kanya be 5 so no and then put ye be jama Ghana for public jury no man kasa e decide hu Ira Mahama juma oye because ono na kan e bia na saa ne nsem kan ne bi o se ye campaigner utwa to kakra na o de no kakra fam ti bia na ye kan we na oye o kan so at least 30% no e bia na kan ne ntro no ha wota e bia ntro kakra no then de e be ja to na ye ma me ne pa Ghana for and as a public jury no man kasa mo decide hu juma Ira Mahama oye e fasad no nti nyese bia minority I adwin say ma no enkoso no de me kan ye nyina hwe say you will be right say oh speaker ha hon fama referma appointment committee no mko vetting any sign man nyina e kire say ya ye adwin say ye ma mamu na akoso tentem na Ghana for bra ye bre no so twa because hwe ndisi by afi busume ba ko ne kakra no heading
science
nenye eni je ka say you push ni bebre ba wan hwe ya na ya be say ye ne moa ema amamu no koso ti je hwe say medical ka kire say NDC amanyo kwei omo over 186 MPs independent count. If I dey twam 2 weeks last 2 weeks Friday you call asetra of parliament ti ko ya ye kan nipa no ye nu 50 kra
276 no
ye nu 75 say ablekuma
okay say ablekuma no for my
ye nu 50 kra
mu nu 50
minority ya bro 40 kra and this be me ansafem that to ana ye panyi ba ko sorry Tolon MP
Habib
I say Mr. Speaker in so your lawyer panyi ni pa watna wo Ghana o kan Ghana Bar Association for ho what di lawyer che na how call is an order cinema say order 64 one I talk about quorum the talk about quorum ye hwe sisi quorum te say say ansa na be transe ye be asetra no or say nya 1/3 at least 1/3 of the elected members no let's say 1/3 of 275 which is roughly 92 independent 50 yes raw ye be say ba ko transe nya hye mara na Ghana ni bia be hunu de be court because ye bubra no so and was okay sade ya mra mu no e ba sa ye ma mpanifo marshals no ni staff no hon ekoro so adoma for 10 minutes ni atwen kakra 10 minutes no so a ni ahwe se edipa no be ba na se edipa no ba wani ba ko so adoma 10 minutes wo so ya adoma ya san ba back no na ni pe ho no ye nu 90 na speaker Bernard Hiafo NDC ni o embodiment of NDC ni pure a onim then so mra man ho kwa because ye nu 91 na untimi nya asetra no na so ajoni sitting there's idea de ko government bi na o de ba nyina asenke be nyina no mra me ho kwa se betra so
na omo se de
na mo se mu ye mo se de
bibi na si omu kwan anase parliament no afono wo mu anase no mo si hunu no mba omu hunu sa adru maba mabu
na se mu ya we de wana
because 186 de God dey even say 80 amakran ba munko akwa no mutimi for mu korom
we fa say minority ni ba kokra mba
ensi ho
mu half mpo etimi for me korom we fa say minority kokra ni ho mo ye 186 ye pe 90 as 91 yet mo ntimi for mu korom na we na say public transport na say nipa transport ka say MPP for and say minority for mpe say
amamu ni be koso
say na very unfair. But if I say MPP ni ba kokra nkwa adwuma that day no 186 ye penipa 1991 adenta monso so ma me somebody adwuma no pa adenta monso na wo se pon because ye nso o de mani bo ho a mo tena bontena ya na enye se MPP ya ya adwen se ye betete NDC omu ya de mo anye ne ye de betete o man de ye mfansie ba se omu yo na mra kwan so e omu ne ma ye be support o mo mra na enye adwuma mo mba ne pon a mo speaker mo party person we speaker we first deputy speaker ona bedara here and a tackle yum. Nanso emrano ohwa emrano di asem emrano on so bubu mrano suntino opon wa Johnny City. The uta bontena se bia ofie na hwe na hwe sa na aka so MPP for minority for omu be se amamon be koso a na sabe you are not being fair to us.
Eda mu bubu table now ho.
Na mo ho. Na mo de ten se.
So kun to kwani bi.
Oh man ko bi. De ten se. Na ye ka se men contra health committee no so na before health committee no na say transport minister designate ena na omu event no di basa na akonya no mu kwotena akonya no sa na ye ne a ye obekọ second batch ye ko ye health minister de no so atwen enti omu wie transport minister wie no na aka na abobe 10 pm ena mpani for no say obi abre mumienko ne enkoda ene yaye makoma ko 5 mumienko ne enkoda na de chia atwaso and this for no say mo so ntiase ombeye sa to mo smago ablakwa ebeshim because obun so obi abre ntoba na yese yabubu agusu ne yeko jinka yamiempo ena pen for say honorable akando de any ni problem bia health
Adamu no bi go problem.
Say o asem wo ho a o ka asem tia panyin bia uduru ho na ba chechiri masem aka ya no so ugina so a se bia o ka asem tia panyin bia
Nti nominees ni bi o ho no ma mu hia mu a wo se wo ba beto ye.
Ye nka sa akra na de be kire ne se obi wa ka asem bi ye be sa o ba o be yanim a o be ka se asem a be kan ye no
Onyina so
ni di agro ana se o de mpamto man kan ni ana se mo nyina so mi nyina so ni o nyina so obi anu ni problem enipa bia ni wi ase nka na ho asem ba ko bi ho asem hwe hu se asema o kan ye no kre enzo ka to ni pan so keke no di ni panatem en sa na ye mo apacho na wa twa san ana se wo information bi ana de aba ene hu sa ampa asema kan na wo nyina so a ni aja tum ni a clear na okọ ni panifo no bo ho a o ma no no ma hwe mo kasa yi ibo nso mo kasa no sebe emu ntesa o ba e mo hu se asema kan ye na chechire mu o kasa no o sande ba tan se ana se o twa san enti enumu no na ase menti me ho ase kakra bae na ekofa de bae no bae but by and large no nse penifo aso problem na we enti make say eno no enshiranye it was unfortunate but me gidi say any human bia no environment bia no some of these things baba because
Abusa for ye din komo e wo Wuntumi TV ni Wuntumi radio so ma shebe dwani a owo atwemangwa be agya north barekese ena ye won kropon ena menye no edin ko ka ma shebe dwafo a the 9th parliament no we ni bredi kan a omu refie honom nkomo a akoso omra shebe dwafie ordinary watum statement awa meki su a do majority and minority eja na di koromomon for me ena ye di ho nkomo no Don Mahama ne this for promise adwuma Ghana mrante de maba woni bi enya arehwemu wo mu eto aba de mawo mu omu bi wo ho no mu tie yi na ado amamu no amomu adwuma ye dada ebinim so ofie omu hwani mu se ombenya omu de aban yi abreso nanso so no krata fi chief of staff wo ba ne kire se adwuma for do a ya fo mu di nko peros no yensa mu nkotena fie parliament mo di ho nkomo
okay say assembly ade a ehia ma obia na yera Mahama we ye campaign o ka so ba ma ni pajumae enti obi mpokoto ababa on because o promises say o ma pajumae na mpanin say enya bi am yase a ensa nya mo no kro no adwuma na aka so ma e bia ye no o ba ya no fa bi mayo o mo mum dara nso a o so a o si um san kwotena fi na no yera akando health minister oba ye someone man be kasafa my update or cholera no ne yare abeba no ti we na panyin ba ko say member ba ko busa ne say na ati say ye health professionals it nurses ne ade o ka kire say entesa
minister no
minister sentesa
ba parliament no say enye no kre
say omadi na
si
omo a ye omadi no omo ya fa omo after 7th of December majority leader Ira Mahama Yarega ono nso agina so one kind of only once po and no boss kan no aka previously o say omo ye transitional team or transitional arrangement no kom ka kire MPP for say mo lose elections no nti mo fo bia e ba ibi omodi MPP for say mo say yenya clearance na wi na say the munim no recruitment no enye one day event a process and they are fair na ya fa process ni mo abedu se ngofo no be start adwuma and those mo kwan na ya fo in any case mo baby a vacancy o ho mo ba mo ba fele then e dey Ghana for fele a because nurse ni use go enga say we NDC nurse and I say CPP nurse and I say MPP nurse ni be nurse ni
yeah
ade ba come hu say doctor for nurses for health professionals no minim say yam na ya na say doti bia no say we no political opponent kura na akore ni ma obehwe
yeah
nurse ni onga say the panel they were no a different from panel be NDC ni because MPP ni nti ana say panel be NDC MPP ni no a different from NDC ni because NDC ni enti ade bia ya tete na ayi wo Ira Mahama em say the 26th of May as bisa 2017 ono MPP ba ba mu eno se o kasa se de yi na se ya make attempt se be yi Ghana for madi no emwa na ye nyina Ghana for na o papa panyin wa ka asem de se ya me aka makoma na onso ba na o hwese insan pam nkrofo mfiri adwumam so una ka chief of staff so onye saa o no na kan yo panin for say o panyin o transfer man kwara yo na kan no ye kan na kan fo a e kan na kan ho bi e don't think ka say onim ho hwe oh nti juma sam na sifa yo madi no ne say e kire say esma on be ka che be we ni abani na no na ye tro o hwe promise a Ira Mahama ene ni si make ya be kro be say ba ko ba mi ni pe no matuma ahwe de aka bia o muntimi nya ho hwe dan mi ni say kwa o ma ba ma bo ba ko mi ni so
yeah
so hono ye ma me no ye ko school se ba be bi school a o ma me ana so be ko say o be ko university a se ne ntoma no ba ko ton a no akoto ni se oni bo afọ ba bia o papa se kokoko fu a se kokoko krachi no ko hunu no ka se miura mambosi ana mnim kokoko ba wate afiri ma no akwaje na bosi ana da koto school visa ba Ira Mahama ne ndi se mu ye campaign mo se academic user fee no mo ba first year for there no mo de be che mo nyede mo ntua ndi maame bia ana se papa bia ote anyina susu ana kunsu ana se daba kuma aye daba ekuku fo ho ehwesu bia ote kokoko na se panyi ote kokoko na onim se enka menim kokoko ekwaje bosia wo be krati ho no na da kotua me ba academic user fee amano no ndi ma share bo se mo ba betua papa ana se maame ankopa bosia de be ko su ko duru wa mo se ye ne kan ya na mo kopa bosia betua na chire ya refund am na sa na ebu mai na Ira Mahama de ya wo mo ne se enya se bia afero be di president first time ni no aka se no ni why you be da what the president for over 4 years and the idea uni ade bia wa mamom bia uni na ade na ma ye wa unu so nya ma ye ne a me mo ba ye ho ne nkotu e ma is fi mo unu mo kosu ade e me hwe eno eda ho awdo yi ne kese abeto awofo so afa na bi na mpa bosia ohunu na onu school so ko na se sabi sika wa ho ya ntua ma ontama na browbre
the frustration
e be do nya kwa kwresu ade ti na we nya ne de me bibia me kam se me jama public jury no man ka se bua na ofia no a campaign kesi a wo ye se covid aba eko and the covid living yentwam afenso yi living nso yentwam betting tax yentwam emission tax yentwam waka se mo nyina de adada Ghana fo say entina me ho kyere no yentwa ni nyina Ghana for say ate so be ne sade a e de akonya no be ma be di president no obedi president no 1 week aba 2 weeks aba 3 weeks aba 4 weeks as a bosome no see o twambo uko 7 weeks bosome ni akire untimi nyi sa tax ba ko kura mfiri ho na asma ka ye no we say what antro kakra po na say we da be the president na wi a say no bo a so ye kan kra say bia menye ne hu ye ni see da minim da obetwa sa taxes we nyina and so tin na ma Ghana for bi to abama o
the man
na we say we jana say o twa sa antro ya na o force am aka say what antro but the nyan tro there na say ene de mo am beka no na maka hwe so beka enche bia Yura Mahama any this for kind Mahama kwa kan bi said Yura Kufado were chief clearing agent just say or clear na appointees no of wrongdoings bia o mai bia do kasa say ya e just say eni say uye bi ntina
so wunya akonya na
unye sa
e so ya de foforo
sempo no na Yura Kufado clear ni appointees a yeni so wunya akonya na obey something different enu ko ntinti na bi kra koto abama o ba ya yenum kra no about 7 high profile cases bi de o attorney general say otwam on to aso bi Johnson Siama Bank of Ghana deputy Bank of Ghana governor Unibank and UT Bank collapse no ye ne ko nya asem bi be yewra ayeni attorney general say otwam asem ko me kan bi yewra ato forcing wane japa the case you otwam Cocoa board Europe ni otwam Senate
and
something metwam
Collins
Dauda me bunu pa the case no segle me as say housing project no metwam na ena sa democracy efonum ko protest
babakamom
eno so otwam ofusam of leak tape ofusam of the so otwam ni se case mako case nson
akese pa Ghana for ewo interest wom
a be gidi say corruption bi aba baby say leak tape di otwam a eno no enya de bi a ha dwum bebrebe because anye memfa ho na say ko say Cocoa board ya ka say corruption betuma akoso na corruption koso segle me ya ka corruption asemo and say oh they wa bana say Yura Kufa no a clearing agent na they don't tisa enka makesi nya ran enko do logical conclusion ne hu say sampan fo we no na omun so na de me ya omun say opanyin say Yura me obia mo fa Collins Dauda ene ato force mu de na minim se enka mo no mebu mu nti enka mba hwe se mo nti ase kura se yentwa case di na ga case di fan court na ga court mbu asem no court of competent jurisdiction mbu asem no ne hu se mu nifo na nka sa nka ba mu wi ne hu se unifo a ekina wonam ba bia na hu so utimi nante ba mem na wa ma ye de power a discontinue asem we obi abeka se NDC for buy omo mpani for omo di for no omo yom kokodia ye ja omo nyina ebi so bank bia ba ko meni bo ma bia nka ye de asem no kokot wie ya e bia nka obedi bim se wa me afa na se wa ban na aba no wadi for wa ban na aba no wa ban abeja o nti wone ba ensem asisi no
picture be na e paint kyerem se emfie na ye wa mu enema Ghana for people mu se ebetum asisi
na obi
the fight against corruption, the rule of law.
Corruption no there. Fight against corruption no there. Wa ohun there kwe. Case am boss 7 am boss. Wanya bi omu kra na be 4 there. Na corruption related. And wa be jai. Sese no what they also friend ora. Our the era a black akudeta black I chairman of that committee. Sese no o peto kire se omusu konya nipa bi se MPP anase amana MPP efra konya no so no omu panifo no bi nso ewo ensem nyanu bi osom de ba omo answers bi osom de ba obeka se fo mu nkokọ ta na so fo mu nkokọ
Almost be clear.
ana so be clear mana na se no person che se wan clear mu mpo na se rom nkokọ ta se MPP eba abem 2028 na president obeba no ono so be clear mu na sese na na ye kwa na se ba na se de Ghana for na ye de mu to ye de mu di agro de mu adwen di agro na sese enti se obeto se corruption Mahama fight against corruption sa ne ma woni ne attorney general yi ansa na de ma won onfo ne nto so fight corruption because NC da ebia which anti no be dey fine any of MPP was oh be do court na ma kire say me so me fight corruption me we me fight court na ma kire say me fight corruption and no dey no ye dey fine any which one so be which anti of MPP former appointees no ba say ono an nkrofo no be o ne enye ni minister bia bia enye ontie onye ene de man kan na me
Yanko constituency kakra. Now we are parliamentary candidate. See the wabe the member of parliament. We are parliamentary candidate be best and near hand outside the party. So man fu nya na beto aba ma upemu. But say the enya upemu. Wabe ye mra shebe dwani ama omu nyina. Unhunu adeso na wa fa to ho so wa twema ngo be jan north constituency ne say.
Yo, me da simia. Enye adwuma edafo. Na nye sesi amete na mehu se nafo. Na mehu se nafo from the beginning.
Okay.
Nso adwuma no edin. Na seat no nso Irakofo watanaso da. Enti ye wo pensu ni panyina due. Ye mpanimfo a omuso mo afutuo boye nye afutuo nko a resources ayde be adwuma. Enti adwuma ne se metra ka se efwa na me dada ho na me dada me ho so. Na nso chokonkon ga ta se metimi ade nyina ye
Enam Christo
shemedi. Minim se the tibia na adwuma ne ye betuma ene say tama asero di kan kama no tama na me ye parliamentary candidate ni de me bia na free me na mpesa me na me ye no obi anhye me ba say wo ya mpi asudi abedaso na asudi daso no so no so hwese wo manfo no gidi omnya omuto abama wo no wa ye ho adwuma satisfy wo na no ya me ba ya metise o bridge bi food bridge bi ase wo Sofia new site o baby hey sesi ai na so ko hwese the bridge city na one two one amwa onye ba na onso sabi na akoma do mu na so pa man penny for no ko hweye eno ye bo ya mo ka over 20,000 and I bridge na wie ko bi bridge ni kwa no hema na okru mo san ka sa de ka kire se enke ye no concrete na se san ye ko pisa foforo san be de concrete be guso na ye tense fi no kra enti eno yakoya mo adwuma no eda ho no edi na de ten se so manya me egade wa do ye bia ekoyi unu se yewura asenso eye ne kwan be si amount from no ye de ma contract from amount from to offense and I do adan kwa me nso a from adan kwa me to intensity na ye to abawi ye jai adwuma no ye Jimmy Pennyford in Como, I might say, Sophia Samadi and quite a matisa contract and I go back. Now, send me to Parliament, and go to Parliament, minister. Now, your timer, you invite Pennyford by ministers and back.
Okay.
Number now, all the was about 2 money. Tina me call my speaker said, maybe same Busa minister and question, Tom Running Busan question. Maybe question is say, a corner a free amount from Ecosi offense. Any day free adankwa mekosi intensity ye jaye da ben eno san mani pa
abetoaso
because am no ka say ense nso to no ya usi kwan so a enfutu e ball no adankwa mefo futu mu team Sofia crowd ye say kwan ya kakra nti eye a chance kwan no ho de eye kakra na adankwa me maban ebi barekasi enfutu e bo nipa na kwa kofa ebra ho no mfutu ebo nipa no minua it's asifim ha dwene nti nyame aboa speaker invitation we come minister no Friday ebe oba oba chechire mu eda ye kwan no omusan abaso abaye adwuma nyese mbas keke no ma dia bedada onda bedada omba abaye adwuma no moye ne yie another one so say rapon offensive to rapon den de enka de edama contractor no the me question and so can say that bay ena no so mde asobebo form ame aye offensive rapon ekwan teno so me no so ho when so say no obi say ni bibi say ohun so go bi galamsey ewo inkro no ba ko so me hu ba bi sa anya official report da ma me de ba me hu ti ma bai eno so me ne impani for be transi ni ahwe ba bi kro no ni akwa hu wo he na wo ho no no ma transi galamsey no de yent ase me galamsey wa twama go be janof wa abra me ye mpi se wo ye mining small scale mining na wo krata na de be kira ahemfo okrum ho na ahemfo no gitum se ampa aban ama krata na wo ba be de se emese yensuo ene ye ne ma wo ho de a ene ye no ni asem bia ba se galamsey na ba be de a ene oni akra se ampa se obi ye galamsey wo ye mpeso ano so ho a ene oni akro ntimi yi ye ntena ho ema o mepo sika na mese yensuo na mese yemfudie ema ye ene ye ntase da ene ekwan be paso fight bia no be fight na mra kwa so be hwema hu se wo krata out your small scale mining mra da ho no who follow dia obi ana oni asem ene yensuo no mese no ene oni asem ba se galamsey ne nipa no be ye dia eso onye no kwampa aban dia to se enye no dia ene nya dia se ye be tase da
ekwan wasam the general problem e wo ba bia enti no minim se obusan wasam minister na be ba they are no yi their brew na also their bre or constituents. What are the other pressing issues you are hoping to deal with our constituency?
The here kase baako nso ne say adwuma sem youth no mo adwuma sem no ho asem eden pa na say dem dey kan no nye ne wa bam nanso yentimi ka ne wa bam nti yemwa say me nkra no enye database of all the graduates no obia udin baby akọ school o qualification wo na akire no kra mpo me hwe se benya ekwan a e be attach CV eni se me won kran na me come down for the office and I me call public office bimpo na ye ka se ye po bia we media person se wo hen ba na udin sha wo se we media person wa twongo beja no ofa enya afi na me ba twongo beja no ofa abebusa se hwan na ye media person na hwan na betin na kwakọ ye adwuma we me mia me hwe me com system no so na ohen ba din sha o minim hwan na ye electrical engineer e ka hwan na electrical engineer na ye boy na you say ni pass me see electrical engineer na me do CV na mbom na ye ko no so nya adwuma ye eno no eye ama o ma sebe o mu ekosua nwoma a o me graduate no prior to elections no ye ko che sewing machines ne dryers ema yenu anu ma ne mema na omso musua adwuma no ama se adwuma sua no e bia start a musua na nche bia no ye san ye bia maka ho ye san akwakoche bia ma omo a obi okwa wo sua adwuma na wi ontimi mpon no because we osua ade pam onni afidi a ode be pon no obi nso wo ho a wo sua 3 ye oni dry ode be pon no de hwese san kofuru nya e be bo wo mu na kakra sike benya no wonyi ofidi a na se benya kakra ma ona da kobwa papa ta bia bo na jawu so ye wadma kakra wo no ye bia hwe obusua na Ghana so faso ni bia ba so because so obusua ade pan no pon no na okobo na pata bisi baabi na oye adwuma se o hen ba odo wontuma koma so mpama na oji sika no sesebe panifo sika ya de to ade o sesika ba ko to ade o ba ko to nsuo baabi o ko to duane de o baabi ma me no to duane no so benya sika na sika ne ko ransa na economy no mai nti eno nso ye be hwe ho asem aka ana me ye campaign me san hye bo se entrepreneur nso entrepreneurs be say 20 more entrepreneurs hwema from soil to frekopon na iron rose papai
ko sipon
odu free ko foria nti ye ya den se enche bia be programmer e be invite some penny for nyina mo aba be kasa kire kwan person afa so ye the soon to and the new junction one. Why be done there? Won't cover for such a now, go how a school we and some people school crab a year, or so long as special entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Something for never from no more ba. If a conference, can no be a casa. Me a friend from Pont, if you're Cropon, see I'm starting, and their friends saw it at a baby. Yeah, one coin. You come now, your mother. Royalty insurance, Nadia. When I'm in the first and I'm paying demand first.
Wow.
That's it. That's how I record national health insurance. Something if we have a church room. I don't know what I say. I pay the Sicano. Don't go invest. A simple no coin. And you say, when I say, why we are graduate and son, what's my when you're Jessica. And deciding a kind of bay. Na abua ama conscience no o mo am some entrepreneurs no they do ma ba abusua na for example iron rod papa say o wa mbako finance no ma mo tete se bia o tumofo ma mo training kakra na asempi minim se nyame adom menya me hu fisa nti nipa bebu me agimedi na e fra me ko kumensa pesa me son ton iron rods ni bi medu anu makọ nana ko jesi
yeah money bi oton wi
a o de aba e ma na mo e bi a 10,000 worth of goods the man bosumi no fanton bosumi oton wi na e bi a honorable ma ton wi o 10,000 ma ton wi minya 2,000 asim nya 1,000 or so smart yen sanko nana ko jesi o na ko fasika ko tuaneka ko dibi ko tuaneka wi a no asa ajibi na se busumi bia no okwaje bi o na ton na ebia 10,000 akọ to unya bia 2 medicals unya 2,000 ho ananya 1,000 po ho a eche se 10 months time no wa ka sabe nya 10,000
yeah
na o free na ko je ase na nipa afọ so akọ na wa ka sa akọ a so otimi tua na akọ guarantee men bakofo mo so aye ne sa enti 4 years no so no na nipa ma fa sa training kura mu no abe independent no mothers eni say nipa no ye ne kakra sa fa ni boss se ntuto fo nya bibidia mampon fast mo o me di nya obi aso
Frank Yeboah Foundation etimunka enemo wa ha mo ye quiz mo ye clean up exercise mo ye donation mo ye way what was it there na motivate you senka odi empire no beti medini sa but you decided so the foundation e be ka ho ye ne enu mu nkoma ansa ne asorama sports for number
okay get any say Frank Yeboah Foundation if I broach by no and I imagine say MP me nyinya me di MP nya ho anam de be so yeah me na ko 40 sa do baby am ye bi
the president ko fo baby a baby
ai here
odi MP odi minister
medi
odi flag bearer
onyame nsem
and obey president
onyame nsem na mojidi
the una na kofo je kofo there is a bold statement
oh yes
the je kofo e bia opese o ye bi
yes
and I know how closer you are to him
yes
into a minister or the MP what be
yes
ti who represent achuba be minister
and MP no kwa constituency for the same
constituency no and what be
yes
to be minister
nyamiti
I a president
nyamiti
wow
say me trans me can say me timi ade nyina ye and I'm Chris or say me dinti
o show dinti
nyagopon prince say me dia me di say me ne nyame na prince nyame wade from mame nti me dia party no ne Ghana ha no obi a nipa mi hwe no so sua
je kofo
na kofo because uze obi ebonu di mpa kakra be dey former president was president kofo eye impact onya o Ghana di akaho me fanko fi asem bebe
Frank Yeboah Foundation tell me about it 2 minutes now sorry
Frank Yeboah Foundation me mon tofa and say before I tell by am say na me say me ko di MP ma Canada da na me timba bo am manfo me ko boss no anye 2016 2020 anye yam steady some guys me ko di MP ansa na ma bo am manfo a meche papa no so wo say me bo am manfo sa dia na metimi aya metimi abo am manfo enti me fra me panimfo be miensa papa bi e fa no Raf unim no Rafael Ochado City Secondary so one secretary ana ɔba wo yɛfɛ no ni dollar ɛgya sɛ saa mpanimfoɔ mmienu yɛkɔtena ayi Baptist ɛboakwa seminary hɔ na mkae sɛ momfa adwene mmra ɔsɛ yɛ biribia de bɛbɔ saa mpanimfoɔ mmienu ɛna mka wo mmiɛnsa ɛne yɛtra so saa deɛ a ɛnyɛ foundation ti foundation obi a wonim biara no hɔ na start free ɛne yɛ start kakra ɛne ɛyɛ a ɛda bɛdu saa bere awɛ sɛ spelling bee mekɔ Prempeh College ywie ɛkɔpɔn RC na mekɔ Prempeh College na akɔduru Prempeh College na classmate no ebi ka borɔfo a na o sate da ba ɛna abɛto aso wɔ ɛkɔpɔn yo ka borɔfo no a kyɛ sɛ otim sɛ asɛ borɔfo no onde de ofi bɛfifo na ba asɛ firi suru baabi na ba on TV krada nso kakra ɛde mimi principle wi ase ne sɛ ade bia akɔnsidie bia me fa mu no obi odi mati ba man fa bu sada sada e ma no nso ye mom nsua de na spelling bee sam no ye fa nkyerem no nso borɔfo no nye kama na omnya confidence bebi ombegina bia omo kasa omotimi akasa ye na nkwankɔ ye sɛ onumade nso ntimi nkasa nyansa won ntimi nkasa ɛna ye kakra ana spelling bee ni danchen a omu nso a me kan say to afidie mu dryers ne sewing machines ne ade na ye food bridges ne ade bebrebe a ye boa ma constituency nso afantuma pefra tibini nso sa abra ma be ya mp kura de bia me kwesese ne ma na menya no de be ne mo pa na me fa konye ya sanda euro was ni dollar and raf omu ene kam ho na ye kwotase a ansa na ye bewo sa foundation ti be bia do bia no omu so eka ho na adwene ba
Atwemanwa Beja North MP opeso di be emprebe say
yana bia mak be se me mak anhye nyamensa no na direct me so no ka se me di 10 times mpa nipa bia ne wiase a oba wo na